Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Pwny Montana, and in this video we are going to be going over the meta and how to beat the meta. What I mean by the meta, I'm talking about 3-3-5 wide. Everybody and their mom is in this defense. It's extremely annoying. It's extremely tedious to work around when you're facing a good player, but today we're going to go over how to attack that meta. Now when I mean meta, I'm talking the Mike 3 blitz out of 3-3-5 wide. That is what everybody is running. I just played 2 games, 2 in a row, where they ran that play the entire game. Now I'm not going to be going over the coverage beaters because obviously the Mike 3 blitz is a cover 3 blitz. So you run any cover 3 beater against that blitz and you're going to be good to go. I'm going to go over how to attack it. So if you guys are in any formation, I'm going to go over how to attack it. Now, the first thing that you want to do to attack a formation like this is simply know what you're looking at first. Okay, so what I mean by that is they only run 2 versions of this. They run Mike Blitz 3 and Mike Blitz 0, meaning that they can only be in man coverage or they can be in cover 3. The only other things that they could be in is the cover show 2 or the cover 2 sink or the cover 2 man. And there's a distinct difference in how the linebackers line up in these formations, and I'm actually going to show you that right now. I'm actually going to put the audibles. So I'm gonna have a cover 2 man. I'm gonna have the Mike Blitz 0. Let's put the Mike Blitz 3, and let's put the cover 4 show 2 here. Okay, so now we got the Mike Blitz 0, the cover 4 show 2, and the Mike Blitz 3. Those are the audibles that we're gonna audible into. On the offensive side, I'm just gonna come out an empty base flex. I'm just gonna come out in an empty set just to showcase what I'm talking about. So right now we are on the defensive side, we are in man coverage. We are in the Mike Blitz 0. Okay, so everybody comes in and they pinch everybody. You see how the alignment looks no different than what this would look like. So this is the same. This is Mike Blitz 3, but we're gonna do the same thing. And you see how the alignment is no different in this formation. Now we're gonna flip it to a cover 4 show 2, and as you can see, everybody lines up differently depending on how spaced out your offense is. Everybody lines up differently in this, and they'll have to manually take this guy, and like this is typically their users. This is the middle linebacker, and this is who everybody uses in this formation. But as you can see, one of the linebackers is not going to be lined up to the line because he's not blitzing. That's one of the tells in one of these formations that you will be able to know whether they are running cover 4, cover 2, cover man coverage, or anything like that. You'll know, and you'll know to look at the safeties and how they react once the play is called. So once the play is called, immediately I know that this is either man coverage, cover 4, or cover 2, simply because the safeties kind of spread out a little bit. So in my head immediately I'm like, okay, this is either man coverage or this is cover 4. They all line up the same way because one of the linebackers is not blitzing. So right now, immediately I'm thinking that middle linebacker is blitzing. Okay, again, if you guys aren't here to listen to a man talk about Madden for a good 10 minutes, you're in the wrong place. I'm here to teach. So if y'all don't like it, get out of here. All right. So we're not going to attack it out of an empty set, especially one this empty where they're empty and they're spread out. That's not something that you want to do, but something that we can attack this out of. Let's find a popular formation. Bunch offset. Perfect. This is in the Eagles playbook. This is absolutely perfect. Okay, I'm looking for a decent set of plays that we can run out of this. If you guys want to attack this properly and take the concepts that I show you today and apply them to other formations. So right now, perfect play, mesh post, right? So we got mesh post in the gun bunch offset formation, and we're gonna come out in Mike Blitz 3. The setup, everybody contains, crashes up, presses, and boom. We're not gonna beat this over the top. That's not what we're planning on doing. Now, if you have fast enough reads, something that you guys can do is have 5 routes going out at all times. Okay, you have to have good reads for it, but you can have 5 routes going out at all time. Now, mind you have to get rid of the ball quick, and they will be trying to take away your first read. But in this situation where they're nonstop running cover 3, cover 3, cover 3, cover 3, cover 3, how do you destroy a cover 3? seams, hook routes that aren't there. There's only one person in this defense with an actual that's in a yellow zone. They are not gonna take this guy right here and put him in a yellow. No one does that unless they're bold enough to do this with their defense and actually create like a cover 6, like a little makeshift cover 9, cover 6, whatever the defense may be. No one is gonna do this. I promise you, no one is gonna do this, because this entire outside of the field will end up wide open, and that's not something that you guys want if you guys are running this formation. So I'm going to reset the defense real quick, set it back up, and again, it's the easiest defense to run. I don't know why this guy's going to the opposite side, but we're going to reset it. It's going to call timeout. So when you guys are attacking a cover 3, you want to hit the seams. Now, right now zones are broken, so this is gonna work for those of you guys that are expecting a patch and are trying to beat cover 3, because cover 3 is this blitz, this meta, this formation is only going to work better once a patch comes out, because the blues will actually work a little bit better, meaning not many deep routes are going to get open every single time. Cover 2 might be actually usable, so that little setup where I put the nickel corner in a vert hook, and then put the outside corner in a cloud, and put the safety in a deep half, that defense might end up working once the patch comes out. But right now, this is going to work regardless of a patch. Okay, so we're going to come out in the same play once again, and I'm going to show you a couple concepts that you guys can run out of this formation and out of multiple formations. So again, I'm looking for this mesh post spot, and boom, we're going to call it, set up the play, and then boom, we are set up. Okay, we're set up. Now, one thing that you guys need to learn how to do is create spacing in your routes. What I mean by that is you have to confuse the user. That's one of the best things. That's one of the best things that you guys can learn how to do, is to confuse the user. So I call hike with this play stock, and I don't know what I'm looking at. Okay, I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm simply gonna sit there and try my best to guard anything that's underneath. So again, I'm on the defensive side, offensive, excuse me. So I'm just gonna put Vander Esch in a hook. Okay, I'm gonna put him in a hook, so whatever he plays, he plays. He's in a mid read, so we're gonna put him in a hook curl. Whatever he plays, he plays. Now, the concept that I kind of want to teach you guys is a double hitch. Now, in this specific formation, you can't really do a double hitch unless you motion a guy over, but luckily we have that running back route that comes out of the backfield that ends up being a very good route. Now, this is going to be a situation where you're going to end up sending 5 out. The reason that is because if you see those 5 guys coming down and blitzing, you know that one of those routes will end up being open. So what you guys are going to want to do is put somebody to go to the flat. So right now, the only person that we have on the left side is this outside receiver. So he's going to go to the flats. We already have the tight end going to the flats, but we have nothing intermediate to be right here to hit the seams. So we're going to put R1 on a little hitch, or you could put him in like a smart routed curl. This right here is too deep. You don't want him that deep, because these are quick reads. You're trying to make these reads as quick as possible. So we're going to put him on a hitch. Now, for those of you guys who are new to the game, to put somebody on an out route or the hot route in general, you want to press triangle, press whoever you're trying to hot route, you press that button that's on the screen. So right now we're trying to hot route R1. So we're going to press R1 or right bumper if you guys are on Xbox. And then if we want to put them on a hitch here, we're going to put them R2. So R2, and now this is literally a setup, a great setup for a bunch play to destroy people who are nonstop blitzing. And I'm talking about this cover 3 blitz. I'm not talking about man blitzes, because right now this is not going to beat man coverage unless you have someone who's good at route running on this little post route. So you can run this play just as is right now, and you will be dotting whoever it is that you're playing. And I'm going to show you guys why. So you see how, let's pretend that that's a user. Okay, let's pretend that that was an actual user. That user has to pick and choose. If they're running this, that user has to pick and choose between guarding the running back route or guarding this nice little hitch, because we have a route that clears it out, on both sides, which leaves those seams wide open. Now, every single time that you're facing somebody who's running this specific defense, the cover 3 meta, the cover 0, the cover 4, you'll know the difference. This will always work. This will also work against a cover 4 because it has the wheel route, but the hitch clear out set concept is not going to work against this. Against a cover 4, against a cover 3, which is what we're showcasing today, this is going to destroy it. On top of that, because zones are broken, and I don't want to go too far into going over the top against this, simply because we already know cover 3 beaters. If you don't know cover 3 beaters, look on the channel. There's a few videos where I'm bombing cover 3 over the top. Right now, you could have thrown it to this guy as well, because like I said, blues don't. If there isn't a deep route going all the way up, there's no reason why the safety should not be underneath a little bit, which means that he will be able to play this once they're going to patch the game. And I promise you, deep blues are going to play a lot better, because if EA doesn't fix it, they break it even more. And that's what's going to end up happening. It's going to work even worse, or it's going to work too well, and everybody is going to be in cover 3. So this is why I'm initiating this video right now, so you guys can be prepared and can be ready for the meta to stay as the meta is, because there's no way that it's going to change with what people are complaining about. They're complaining about zones, and this is going to help you guys out beating this cover 3. So the seams are what you're going to attack. Right now, we actually put him, this is technically like a if they had a vert hook here, that it would guard this. It would guard something like this, but that's never the case. They usually have their defense set up as a simple cover 3. They crash up, contain, and I've shown the blitz on the channel. So if you guys want that, you guys are more than welcome to actually go and check that out and start running it yourself if that's what you guys want to do. But right now, how to beat it? It's as simple as attacking the seams as much as possible, forcing the opponent's user to make a play, because once they sit there and they go, you know what, man, I'm gonna man up that running back. Once they do that, a lot of the times they're still containing, and I'm gonna put this guy in a curl flat, right? So we're gonna set up the same exact play. Once they do that, they're still gonna be containing, but as you can see, that blitz isn't coming in. That blitz isn't doing anything. Now, I just randomly threw it, doesn't matter. Just to showcase that once you have the person you're playing sending 3 people, that means you're dotting them up and you're forcing them out of the blitzing habit that they're currently in. Another way that you guys can beat this, and I'm gonna hop out of this, same concept, but you guys have to attack the seams. So every cover 3 that you guys end up coming across, and we're gonna hop in a different formation, every cover 3, you want people on both sides of the ball, both sides. So let's go tight Y off. Tight Y off is a great formation to run this specific concept in, because it's compressed, but you will have the option to have, trying to find a decent play. All right, this flanker spot play. Flanker spot looks beautiful. Cover 3 meta. Oh my God, I'm coming in. I'm squeezing everybody down, containing, and then my user's right here. I'm just gonna put them in a vert hook, so I know for a fact that that's not. I can't showcase the user. You guys want to see the user? Follow me on Twitch. You guys already know the deal. But in this situation, you have the tight end out there that is in a nice little hook. You have Ward that's there. You can put Ward in a streak. You could literally do whatever you guys want, honestly. Like, you're sending 5 routes out, so again, you're making them pick and choose. So I got Ward on a hitch, Sanders on a wheel route, Smith on an out route. Actually, we don't even need to put Smith on an out route. We could put him on that. And then once the user chooses who he wants to guard, that's when you dart it to the opposite side. It's a simple concept, but I know a lot of you guys might have a little bit of issue, so we're just gonna look at the instant replay and then we're gonna get out of here, because I feel like I have been talking a little too much. I said 10 minutes and we've well surpassed that. So again, you see the user goes to the right, he's open. The user tries to guard this, he's open. And if he commits too far down on one of these routes, you have this nice little nice little in route open that comes across the field as well. So if their flats aren't set to a hard, you guys are going to be able to actually like throw this over the top and get a decent amount of yardage. But again, this is against a blitz, so you do have to make your read fairly quick. So if you see him open, do not be afraid to talk. Look how open that man is. Look how open he is. You get a nice little animation there. You guys are going to be able to grab that, swiggle around, and potentially get a touchdown if you get a good block by number 6 up here. Hopefully this video helps you guys start tearing down the meta, because I know a lot of people are just spamming this play non-stop. I myself am a victim of spamming it and facing it myself. Like I said in the beginning of the video, played this two games in a row where both people, they were different guys. I don't know if they were in a party and they watched the same video and somebody was like, this is the best defense ever. I did that. But it's learn how to beat it, because once you learn how to beat it, the only people that you guys will end up losing to are literally probably, you know, people that are competitive. The casual will not be able to sit there and stop you if they're running stuff that's in ebooks. Why? Because they get too in their head about how to stop it. Right now, if you are in this channel, you are becoming part of the elite. So this is one thing that you guys need to start doing. Start creating these little clear out routes. As you can see, boom, and then this flat has to go he has to go shade anything that goes towards the flat, right? Which means that both of your little hitches are wide open because he went to go guard the deep in the middle. Okay, the flat hitch combo, learn it, apply it to your game, start destroying that cover 3, any cover 3. It doesn't even matter if they're sending 30 people at you. Any cover 3, this concept will work for you. My name is Pwny Montana, and if you haven't already, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. If you are new, follow me on all socials. And as always, man, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.